The world of love, luxury, and fairy tale romance was set ablaze just a minute ago when Yu Long, the charismatic billionaire whose name alone carries weight in both business and high society, shocked his beloved Yang Meimei with an extravagant Rolls-Royce gift for carrying their child. The scene, dripping with opulence and overwhelming emotion, was more than just the presentation of a luxury car. It was a public declaration of devotion, gratitude, and the kind of romance people only dare to dream about. For fans who have followed their love story with beating hearts and wide eyes, this moment was the culmination of whispered hopes, a confirmation that love, even in the midst of fame and fortune, can still be tender, surprising, and unforgettable. The story unfolded in the most unexpected of ways. Just a minute ago, Yu Long orchestrated what can only be described as a masterpiece of surprise. Sources close to the couple revealed that he had been secretly planning the gesture for weeks, working with his most trusted aides to ensure that every detail was perfect. Yang Meimei, radiant in the quiet strength of motherhood, had no idea that her partner had such a grand surprise hidden up his sleeve. To her, today was just another day of embracing the journey of pregnancy, with its joys and struggles, while basking in the loving support Yu Long had given her since the news broke that they were expecting their first child together. But Yu Long had other plans. In his world, love is never expressed in half measures. Known for his larger-than-life persona, sharp business acumen, and ability to command any room he enters, Yu Long had decided that his gratitude for Yang Meimei could only be matched by something equally monumental. To him, she wasn't just carrying their child, she was carrying his legacy, his dreams, and his deepest hopes for the future. That, he believed, was priceless. And so, he made sure the world knew just how much it meant to him. The moment itself was like a scene pulled straight out of a blockbuster drama. Yang Meimei was escorted outside under the pretense of meeting a few close friends for lunch. The day was warm, the sun painting golden streaks across the sky, and she appeared in a simple yet elegant dress that accentuated the glow of her pregnancy. Cameras flashed in the distance as whispers spread among onlookers, who could sense that something extraordinary was about to happen. Meimei, unaware of what awaited her, walked gracefully to the front of the luxurious estate gates where Yu Long stood waiting with that signature smile, half confidence, half mischief, that fans know so well. And then it happened. With a subtle hand gesture, Yu Long signaled his team, and the gates slowly opened to reveal a sleek, gleaming Rolls-Royce parked majestically in the driveway. It wasn't just any Rolls-Royce. It was custom-made, designed with a pearlescent finish that shimmered in the sunlight, adorned with delicate details that reflected elegance and power. The license plate bore a personalized message, a playful yet deeply emotional nod to the new chapter of their lives. Yang Meimei froze in place, her hand instinctively covering her mouth as tears welled up in her eyes. The crowd erupted into applause, while cameras clicked furiously to capture the moment that would undoubtedly dominate headlines worldwide. Yu Long approached her slowly, his steps deliberate, his eyes fixed only on her. He took her hand gently and whispered words that only she could hear, but the emotion on her face told the entire story. It wasn't just about the car, it was about what it symbolized. For Yu Long, the Rolls-Royce was more than a luxurious gift. It was a moving tribute to the strength and sacrifice Meimei was making as she carried their child. It was his way of saying, "Thank you for choosing me, thank you for loving me, and thank you for giving me a family." Yang Meimei, always admired for her humility and grace despite being thrust into the limelight, was visibly overwhelmed. She leaned into Yu Long's embrace, her tears a testament to the depth of her feelings. The onlookers, some of them fans, some of them close friends, and others simply curious strangers who had stumbled upon history in the making, could not contain their emotions. Many wiped tears from their eyes, moved by the sincerity of the gesture and the undeniable chemistry between the two. The world of social media, as expected, exploded within seconds. Hashtags like #YouLongSurprise, #MeimeiRolls-Royce, and #LoveLikeYulong trended across platforms almost instantly. Fans share the moment with captions dripping in awe and admiration. "This is the standard," one user wrote, while another commented, "If my future husband doesn't treat me like Yu Long treats Meimei, I don't want it." The reactions poured in from every corner of the globe, solidifying the couple's status as the ultimate power pair whose love story continues to captivate millions. But beyond the glitz and glamour lies the real heart of the story. Yu Long and Yang Meimei's journey hasn't been without challenges. From the early days when skeptics doubted their relationship, to the trials of living under constant public scrutiny, the couple has weathered storms that would have broken many others. Yet, each challenge only seemed to bring them closer. Their story is one of resilience, patience, and the kind of love that grows stronger with time. And today's gesture was proof that their bond is built on more than just appearances. It is built on trust, gratitude, and an unshakable devotion to one another. The Rolls-Royce gift also carries a symbolic weight that cannot be ignored. In a world where celebrities often make headlines for scandals and heartbreak, Yu Long and Meimei are rewriting the narrative. They are showing that love, when nurtured with respect and kindness, can be celebrated in ways that inspire others. For Yu Long, the car was not about flaunting wealth. It was about honoring the woman who has given him the greatest gift of all, the promise of fatherhood. For Meimei, the gift was not about luxury. It was about knowing that the man she loves sees her, values her, and is willing to go to great lengths to show it. As the evening wore on, the Rolls-Royce remained parked like a monument to their love, while Yu Long and Meimei continued to share quiet moments together amidst the chaos of flashing cameras and endless cheers. They smiled, they laughed, they held hands, and for those who witnessed it, the world seemed to pause. It was a reminder that even in a society obsessed with material things, what truly matters are the feelings that drive such gestures, the love that fuels them, the stories they tell, and the dreams they represent. Tonight, as the headlines spread across the globe and the images of Yu Long's grand surprise circle endlessly online, one thing is certain. This moment will be etched in history as one of the most unforgettable displays of love and devotion. And while the Rolls-Royce itself may shine brightly under the sun, it is the bond between Yu Long and Yang Meimei that truly steals the spotlight. For now, fans and admirers can only dream of finding a love so powerful, so bold, and so beautifully unapologetic. And as Yu Long and Yang Meimei prepare to welcome their child into the world, the story of their love continues to unfold, chapter after chapter, gesture after gesture, reminding everyone that fairy tales do exist, and sometimes they arrive in the form of a man, a woman, and a gleaming Rolls-Royce waiting just beyond the gates. If the world was already in awe of Yu Long's grand gesture, the continuation of this breathtaking story has only deepened the fascination. What happened after the unveiling of the Rolls-Royce proved that this couple isn't just about luxury and spectacle. They're about creating memories that move hearts and remind people of the beauty of love. Moments after Yang Meimei, tears streaming down her cheeks, embraced Yu Long, something magical unfolded. He didn't just stop at handing her the keys to the Rolls-Royce. In the most tender voice, he told her, "This car is only a symbol, Meimei. The real gift is the life we are building together. You are my world, and our child is my future." Those words, simple yet powerful, sent a wave of emotion across the crowd. Some gasped, others clutched their chests, and many recorded the moment in stunned silence. It wasn't just about the Rolls-Royce, it was about the promise behind it. The car itself became more than a vehicle, it became a canvas for their love story. Insiders revealed that Yu Long had customized the interiors with details Meimei adored. The seats were stitched with her initials. The roof was embroidered with a constellation pattern symbolizing the night they first confessed their feelings to one another, and the back seat held a small space prepared for their baby's first car ride home. Every corner of the Rolls-Royce whispered devotion. Every detail was meticulously chosen to remind Meimei that she is not only cherished as a partner, but also honored as the mother of his child. The scene quickly turned into a celebration. Yu Long invited a small orchestra that had been waiting discreetly to begin playing Meimei's favorite love song. The air filled with melody, blending perfectly with the glow of the setting sun. Meimei, overcome with emotion, rested her head on Yu Long's shoulder as he held her gently. It was like a scene straight out of a K-drama finale, the kind of love story people crave but rarely see in real life. And yet, what struck the audience most wasn't the grandeur, but the intimacy of their interaction. Yu Long never let go of her hand. Meimei never once looked at the Rolls-Royce without first glancing at Yu Long. The connection between them was undeniable, a bond that spoke louder than any luxury car or public display. They weren't just two celebrities in love. They were two souls intertwined, navigating the challenges of fame and the sweetness of family with grace. By now, social media had erupted into a frenzy. Clips of Meimei's stunned expression, Yu Long's heartfelt words, and the grand reveal of the Rolls-Royce flooded platforms like wildfire. Fans across the globe commented endlessly. This isn't just romance. This is history. Yu Long has set the bar so high, nobody can reach it. Forget K-dramas. They're real life IS the drama we live for. And indeed, many couldn't help but draw comparisons to their favorite K-drama moments. The perfect timing, the raw emotions, and the cinematic atmosphere felt like something that could only be scripted for the screen. But this wasn't fiction. This was Yu Long and Yang Meimei, living out a love story so captivating that millions are now following their every move. As the evening continued, Yu Long and Meimei didn't rush inside. Instead, they sat inside the Rolls-Royce for the first time together. Windows down, laughter spilling out, they waved to the fans who had gathered outside. Yu Long even playfully honked the horn, making the crowd cheer louder. Meimei, glowing with happiness, rested her hands over her baby bump and whispered, "This is for us." It was a moment that reminded everyone watching that while luxury shines bright, it is the human emotions that leave a lasting mark. What comes next for this couple is something fans are eagerly waiting to see. The Rolls-Royce may have been the gift of today, but insiders suggest Yu Long is already planning something even more breathtaking for the baby's arrival. If this gesture is anything to go by, one can only imagine the level of thought, love, and grandeur he will pour into welcoming their child. But here's the real secret. This story is more than headlines, more than gossip, more than trending hashtags. It's about reminding the world that love, pure, devoted, unapologetic love, still exists. In a society often cynical about romance, Yu Long and Meimei are painting a new picture. They are showing that love can be both grand and intimate, luxurious yet deeply personal. They are living proof that fairy tales aren't just written in books or filmed on screens. They are happening right before our eyes. And this is why stories like these belong on K-Drama Spark, the channel where love, passion, and breathtaking moments come alive. If you've ever wished to be swept away by romance, if you've ever found yourself replaying emotional K-drama scenes because they touched your soul, then you already know why you should be here. Yu Long and Meimei's journey is unfolding like the greatest drama of all time, and you don't want to miss a single heartbeat of it. So here's my invitation to you. Join the growing family of dreamers, lovers, and storytellers at K-Drama Spark. Subscribe today and be part of a community that celebrates love stories like Yu Long and stories that leave you gasping, crying, and believing all over again in the power of love. Don't just read about these moments. Live them with us. Every video, every update, every story is crafted to keep you captivated, inspired, and endlessly entertained. The Rolls-Royce gift may have stunned the world just 1 minute ago, but the chapters ahead promise even more surprises, more tears of joy, and more unforgettable moments. Come with us as we follow Yu Long and Yang Meimei into the next stage of their journey, a journey of love, family, and the kind of romance that can only be described as legendary. Subscribe now. Don't wait, because in the world of love and drama, every second counts, and the story of Yu Long and Yang Meimei is only just beginning.